And now we're live. All right, everybody. Okay, so I'm always excited to come on here. This is the Final Four. So the Final Four in basketball, I think many of you know, but the Final Four in Mary Kay is super important because I feel like it's in the Final Four that we wake up. How many of you are those term paper people in high school that got it, the assignment, and started on it right away? Okay, where's those people? Probably not many. And how many of you are those term paper people where, oh my gosh, it's due in 1 week, that gave your parents heart attacks? Okay, I have one of each of those kids. Last minute, last minute. Okay, wow. Well, we know about them. Okay, so there, see? Okay, we are in the Final Four, all right? So it's the final stretch, and it's coming around the corner. You know, for me, it was the 440 real life, watching that. So where you handed the baton to the next person, and then that person ran and handed to the next person, and then that last person was crossing the finish line. So I'm going to ask you a question tonight. Where is your finish line? Where is your finish line? Where is your finish line? For some of you who are new and brand new to this whole Mary Kay world this year, and you haven't been in very long, and you're just getting started on your journey, so your finish line should be being a star consultant this quarter, which started on March 16th, so you're fresh there, and ends on June 15th. It should also be, for all of you who are newer, well, actually for everybody, your monthly order. Remember, if you're ordering $600 to $700 a month, if you guys are ordering $600 to $700 a month, you are earning the prizes. You are making the money. You are selling the product. And you are seeing the people. So that needs to be your finish line. And I believe that every consultant on here tonight, and of course more, is capable of holding at least one great, amazing party of 4 to 5 people in attendance every week, plus using the virtual platforms that we have. If you held a party every week with 3 to 5 people and one virtual, that should be always your goal, and to always sell 300 a week. When your director gets on and does sales countdown for your weekly meeting, you should have your hand raised every week for 300. Mary Kay always expected us to always do 300 or more. And we're talking back in the 80s, you know? I mean, that's when our skincare was a lot less. So your goal should be every single week. So what I want you to do is whatever week, whenever you start, like you started Monday, I want you to put 300, and I want you to start subtracting it down. And then on Sunday, when you have 299 left to go, you're going to run some kind of a major text sale, and you're going to get it done. For those of you who do the last minute thing, okay? But you really, really want to make sure that you're selling 300 a week. You guys, if you're doing 3, 6, 9, 12, you're always a star. You're always winning. You're always making money. That's what you need. And I know that all of you came in for money. So you need to make that a goal, okay? What if after you sold $300 a week for 6 weeks, Mary Kay sent you $1,000 bonus? How many of you would be selling 300 a week for 6 weeks to get $1,000 bonus? Come on, how many of you would do that? Of course. See, here goes the money time. But you know, I mean, we need to work like that. Exactly. So, but do you know how you would work? And if you're putting Mary Kay on at least 5 faces a week, think about that. 5 faces a week, 5 faces a week. That's 20 in a month. You would have at least 2 team members and great sales. And yes, your profits will be over 1,000. So now here comes the question. Why aren't we doing that? Why aren't we doing this? You told your family, I'm making money. I'm doing this. I came in to make money. And some of your husbands are still waiting. Laziness in my head. I want to do more. Yeah. So you guys, it's really not. So if it's leads, I'm going to give you some assignments. If it's leads, go onto my website and watch my lead generation video. If it's follow-up that you are bad at or you need some help with, then watch my follow-up video. If it's time management, watch my time management video. You see, for all the ways that you say that something is in your way, there is education to know how to make great things happen, okay? So I want you to know that, okay? So wherever the hole is, we need to fix it, okay? Yes, go on my website. It's the first 5 that are there. You guys, I know it takes you at least 15 to 20 minutes to put your makeup on every single day. And what are you doing while your makeup's put on? Don't listen to the news. Listen to some training, get in your head, get some different verbiage, think about what you're saying. It really happens when you want to make this happen, okay? When I joined Mary Kay, I had a full-time job and I was going to school full-time, but I was, here's the big D word, I was disciplined. And that's such a huge word today. I was disciplined to do my Mary Kay 2 times a week. So if you think about it today, if we had had the virtual world today where I could just throw everybody at my national sales director or at a national sales director or a top director or somebody to do all my work for me, hey, I'd have been really great with that. So what are you saying to get people on? You could text them, how would you like a $400, $429 Kate Spade bag? And don't say anything in the text. And they're going to say, how do I get one? Well, if you come on next week, your name goes in the drawing. You have a great chance. I know you can do this, okay? So it's a lot of times it's what we said. But what if you had guests on every Wednesday for a virtual, plus one dedicated night just for a live beauty event? That's it. I know we're all busy. I mean, I used to do with my full-time job 3 parties a week. But if you guys had one dedicated party, now you might have to book 2 to get the one, but if you had one dedicated live party and used the virtual world, you would be where you need to be. But we're not. And ask yourself why. Because really, it's us, okay? You must stay disciplined and stay away from distractions, okay? So when you're looking at the Final Four and trying to cross some finish lines, you cannot be distracted right now. So let's talk about the others of you who are not new, who are on here tonight. What is your finish line? What is your finish line? Where have you set your sights to be on the court of sharing, or the court of sales, or the princess court? So, you know, and maybe you're a bit behind. How many of you are behind? Everybody's behind. Everybody's always behind. I was always behind. Some of you are really behind on your goals. You're like, okay, I said I was going to get the diamond B, but I have 4 team members right now. It's Great Starts qualified. So I get that. Some of us are all a bit behind. I was always a bit behind, but you can still catch up. First off, the most important thing for all of you right now is you must know your numbers. Then divide and conquer, okay? So with activity. So you really need to know your numbers. If you're going for the princess court, which is 20,000 retail, what do you need to average March, April, May? If you're going for the court of sales and you're going to do 40,000 for your diamond ring, what do you need to average March, April, May, and June? And you guys, your director knows this. She has the, you know, she has the figures. You cannot, Mary Kay used to say all the time, you cannot shoot in the air and pray that you hit a duck, okay? You have to have a target, okay? So you divide and conquer with activity to get it done, all right? But you must know your numbers. It's super important. How many do you have for the Great Starts qualified? What do you need to do to finish this? What do you need to do to put your head down and focus on that? So you guys have got to know your numbers. Numbers are super important. And some of you are not numbers people. And that's fine if you're not a numbers person. But between you and your director, you need to find somebody who is a numbers person because you need to know your numbers. If I asked any director on here who's going for the court of sales, I can guarantee you she knows exactly how much she needs to order. Thank you, Kelly, for putting that in there. She knows exactly how much she needs to order personally every single month, March, April, May, and June, right? Caitlin, I see you in there too. Yes, you all have to know your numbers. And, you know, some of you may be a bit behind. Most of you know what you have to average. And if you're waiting for a double credit or something else, don't do that, okay? Just put your head down and go to work. You know what I also love about the springtime is I feel like people are in better moods. Weather gets nicer. People are, you know, wanting more information. They're out and about, all that kind of stuff. So Danette knows right now. So thank you, Danette, for putting that. That's being very, look at that, 5,000 a month. Okay, and Danette needs 3,000 wholesale a month. So she's not sitting around, you know, eating cookies. So she's out there. And that's what I'm saying to you. You guys must know your numbers, okay? 1,000 a month would be good. Okay, so not good. You need to know, Heather, exactly what that is. So you must stay laser focused on your beauty experiences. You can do ladies' nights out. You can do parties. You can do beauty boxes for domestic violence shelters. It's kind of like an adopted grandparent. We do a lot of different things through the year. You might do something for Mother's Day. I want you to look at all the special things that are going on between now and the end of June. You have Father's Day. You have Mother's Day. You have Easter. You have some things coming up. where you can capitalize on that. A lot of times we do beauty boxes for domestic violence shelters, and they are usually the community helps chip in with that. Teacher appreciation. Thank you for that, Hannah. That's a good one also too. So yeah, that's also a good one too. So there you go. So all your beauty experiences, but you guys, you cannot just wake up at the end of this month and then kick into gear in April. You've got to know now. Okay. So, and you guys really work closely with your director because she is there to help you. And I will tell you, most of your things that you need to do is follow up. I know sometimes we think today, like, oh, I've already texted her once. People get busy, you guys. I texted about 42 consultants in my unit today because I'm running a special promotion. And they said, Janice, I really want to be a part of this, but I'm probably going to forget. I put in my text, would you like me to put you on the reminder list 2 days prior? And over half of them said, could you put me on your reminder list? People are busy, you guys. How many of you forget a doctor appointment, a dental appointment, all those things, okay? So let me tell you that just number one thing is distractions will take you off the path of success. And remember, who allows those distractions? Who allows those distractions to happen? Anybody know? You do. Exactly. So will you will need to stretch yourself. Will you be uncomfortable? Yes. Will you be tired? Yes. Will you have to stretch yourself? Yes. But it will all be worth it when you cross the finish line at seminar. So I just want you to know that it's all worth it when you do cross that finish line. Okay, on July 1st of last year, your director set her goal to cross the finish line this year in June. Now, she might be a bit behind, but I want you to poke her and say, by the way, do you know what your unit's goal is? What's your unit's goal? Because see, the word unit stands for you and I together, okay? And so if you know your director's goal, she needs you. And she can't have you not doing anything when she's trying to finish her goal. If everybody finishes their goal, the unit finishes their goal too. Okay, super excited. Denise needs 800,000. There we go, Denise. We'll just donate to Denise tonight. Okay, so your unit's goal. Okay, we have 3.5 months of solid work and determination, which will get the job done. Okay, so that's super important, but you need to know what your director's goal is and what you need to be a part. Sometimes you can help your unit also to rally the rest of the girls together. Sometimes it's good coming from a sister consultant saying, hey, come on, you guys, we have 62 orders left to do by this month, or we have this much to go by this month. We can do this. We need to rally. You guys, it's a rally. The 440 relay is not won by one person. It's won by 4 people passing the baton back and forth always. So, let me ask you all a question. If you had a son who was not doing good in math, could be a daughter too. I just picked a son because I have boys. If you had a son who was not doing good in math, but had to pass his math class in order to graduate from high school, would you say, oh, it's okay. You don't need to push yourself. I know it's a lot of stress to graduate. You don't really need that paper. Or would you hire maybe a tutor and invest in his future, okay, or his education, and have him put his head down and learn to stay focused to grab that diploma? Which would you do? Okay. I feel like oftentimes we cop out on ourselves too. And so you can't cop out on yourself. If you're saying to your kids, you can't cop out, I can't cop out. Okay. And you have to make it happen. For those of you who have small children, if your child was in a race and he fell down in the middle of the race, would you rather have him cross the finish line last and cross, or sit and cry until you came over and picked him up? I'm just saying, okay? We have to have that sense of push for us. And anytime we're going for a goal, I feel like people know you're going for a goal and rocks start being thrown at you. How many of you have ever just, like, you've got a goal right now and things just keep happening, like, why is this happening? People aren't cooperating. It's always when we have a goal in mind that happens. So if you want to have success in anything in life, it takes focus and determination. You don't have time right now. I want you to listen to me. You do not have time right now to be scrolling on Instagram or checking Facebook. Okay. What about those on here who want to be directors? Oh my gosh. Let's talk about that. Who's on here trying to go like, I want to get in DIQ. I want to be on that seminar stage. I want to be a new director. I want to get all those things. Well, if you haven't been to career conference yet, they're going to make a big deal out of it. I just came back from Santa Clara and I'm heading to Dallas tomorrow. Okay. So if you want to be a director by seminar, have you not heard about the new it's the best promotion I've ever seen for new directors. It's called, write this down, Step Up to Sales Director Promotion. So it's called Step Up to Sales Director Promotion, okay? So this is all about this promotion, okay? You debut January through April. If you're a new director, January through April, and finish your Start Strong bonus, you automatically get this thing I'm going to tell you about. Or if you're not right now in DIQ yet, but you debut May, June, or July. You have May, June, or July. Write this down. So you're going to go in with 8. You're going to go in April. Okay, so all of you on here tonight, right now, if you're not in DIQ, you're going in April 1. You're going to have 8 people. When you go in April 1, those 8 turn into 9. Why does it turn into 9? Because you get to count yourself. Okay, and then you do the production for 3 months or less. It's a little bit more than before, 16,500. You guys, that's so nothing. It really is like 5,200 or something like that. Okay, in 3 months or 22,000 in 4 months. You guys were not doing 4 months. That's ridiculous. Do it in 2 or 3. 16,500 in 3 months. So you got that? You're all going in. April, May, June, done. Okay? April, May, June, done. If you're sitting on here tonight, you're brand new, and you're like, I don't have any team members yet. Well, you can change that. We have a consultant who just recruited 7 this week. She went from 0 to 7. So you can do that. Okay? Anything is possible. But if you debut with, and you have 16,500 in 3 months, okay, you will attend for the first time a new director fall retreat. Write this down, a new director fall retreat, October 17th and 18th. Your hotel is paid for. All your food is paid for. Plus, they're going to give you a $500 cash reward. Plus, you're going to be there with Mary Kay's grandson, Ryan Rogers. Seriously, this has never happened in our company. So by you debuting as a sales director, you get $500 cash. You also receive all your hotel paid and all your food, and be with Ryan Rogers for 2 days, an amazing training for you as a new director. Plus, I don't know all the new director prizes right now because they changed, but also the handbag, somebody can help me out here with. There's the handbag, there's the jewelry, there's so many things going on right now. So I'm making you all right now have 8. You guys, there's plenty of people out there who are looking at extra money, and it's $20. It's $20. Tomorrow night, we have Holly Lowe on, and we're going to give away 7 free e-starts tomorrow night. You guys, get people on, get them on. They made me feel guilty. That's how they got me. So, hey, guilt is good, okay? But this is a great promotion, and I'm just excited. Seriously, this is going to be such a great promotion for all of you as new directors. So, what is your finish line? What is your finish line? Every year as a director, I was always a bit behind, but then the Final 4 came, and I had tunnel vision to make great things happen. I held more parties. I got more no's than ever. And when your goal is large enough, the rest won't matter. So some of you have given already up on your goal. You know, some of you are like, oh, I'll start in July. I'll be a new year. It'll be a fresh year. I could just start then. And some of you have already given up on your goal for the year and are waiting to start the new year. Remember, momentum is never just started on a day. It takes at least 3 months, okay, for it to happen, okay? That was a good question. I didn't put that where the fall new director retreat is. Someone knows that, not me. So much going in my head. Okay, but you want to, you know, honestly, it doesn't matter where it is. It could be in Alaska. We would all go. Oh, it's in Texas. I figured that. Okay, so yeah, there we go. So it's in Dallas. It takes at least 3 months to gain momentum. And when you finish big, you start big also too. So I just want to say to each and every one of you on here tonight, what is your finish line? It is now the 19th. Is it the 19th today? I think I just looked at this earlier. It is the 19th. You guys, we have plenty of time between now and March 31st to add team members, to sell product, to get your 600 in, your 700 in, to win all the prizes, to do all that. We have the time if you're going to have a finish line. And I can tell you, for those of you who don't have a finish line, get a finish line. You need to have a finish line. If you do not have a goal to work towards and have that finish line, you really just don't have that reason to get up every day and motivate yourself to get there. Super important to always have that finish line in sight. And distractions will kill you, okay? June 30th, thank you, is the finish line, okay? Thank you. June 30th is the finish line. Lots of times people get confused with Star Consultant because it ends June 15th and they think, oh, I'm done. How do I have 2 more weeks? So it does end on June the 30th, okay? But momentum takes at least 3 months. And when you finish big, you start big. And make sure that you know your seminars, your director's goal. That's super important because what is your unit working on? Remember, unit stands for you and I together. We are a team. You are a team. We need to help rally the troops, okay? I want to talk about seminar here too, because it's all comes up. And particularly to the Dallas people who have never had to fly almost their whole life, okay? So how does this look? We've all had to fly all our lives, okay? All right, seminar. I honestly would not be a sales director today. And I will be picking up my $6 million plaque. I'll probably cross over probably in May to 6 million on this seminar stage. Okay. I would not be a sales director. I would not be a top director. I would not be a national sales director had I not invested in going to seminar. I was a broke college student. I figured out a way. You guys really need to think about making the point to go to seminars. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to look at wherever you're going to fly. If you're flying out of DFW, San Francisco, Denver, Colorado, wherever you live, I want you to look at the airfare and make sure you got the dates correct. And I want you to pull the trigger this weekend. You're like, well, I don't have the money. Yes, you do. When you check out on Cheapo Air, Travelocity, or any of the others, it says check out with Affirm, AFFIRM. Somebody put that in the chat section. Affirm will allow you to make payments for 1 full year on that. There you go. Okay. For Affirm. Okay. And maybe it's $50 a month for the next 6 months or whatever it is. And it's paid off before you even go. You guys pull the trigger. When you pull the trigger, there is no turning back. See, we have these conversations. Well, if I'm not going to finish my goal, then I don't know. And then my kids and then my husband. And next year, it'll be another excuse and another excuse and another excuse. The way you get to this top of this company is you work around your situation. I've worked around lots of family things. Yeah, no wimping out. Thank you, Tony. You work around your situation. You just do. I am going to Dallas this week, and I come home for 2 days. I go to Kansas City, Missouri for 3 days. I come home for 3 days and go back to Europe for 5. We have a big event over there, and I have a DIQ and another one going in. But I'm on planes. Am I tired? I'm telling myself a different story. Okay, I'm drinking lots of coffee, whatever it takes. But you work around your situation. And airfare is not cheap, and I get that, but I'm investing right now into people, into my future. You see, if you ever wanted to do anything in college, let's say, oh, Janice, I just want to be a lawyer and go to law school. I want to be a lawyer, but I don't want to go to law school. I don't want to pay for it. Okay, that doesn't help, you guys. So if you want to be a sales director, if you want to be a sales director in Mary Kay, you need to go to seminar because that's what sales directors do. They don't not go, okay? If you want to be a national, if you want to be a top director, you need to be where you need to be. And if 4 days could change your financial future for your family for the rest of your life, why wouldn't you want to invest in 4 days? You see, I don't think you're ever going to know until you go. I don't know how many of you are going to your first career conference this year. How many of you are going to your very first career conference this year? You're like, I'm so excited. I don't know what's happening, but everybody's so excited. I love how everybody's so excited. Look at me. Okay, so I was there last weekend, and it was great to see how many people who are brand new are there seeing the vision. And you get caught up. You guys, events will change your life. Seminar will change your life. Events will change your life. If you are still not going to a career conference, You can get on a plane. I don't live in Dallas. Well, I don't know a lot of places either. You can get a plane ticket and be in Dallas this weekend, okay? And if you're on here and you haven't registered and you're going to register on site, I want you to come up and see me, okay? So thank you, Beth, for that. Santa Clara was great. But seminar, I would not be where I am today if I had not gone to seminar. So I just want to say this is my small little lecture to you. If ever you wanted to do something with this business, you have to go. It could change your life and your financial life forever. Okay. I think about today, if I had not gone to seminar and just been doing what I was doing, I would probably be in the nursing field. I don't think I'd be making the money or driving the free cars or traveling around the world or have 9-carat diamond rings or those types of things. I don't think nursing gives you those things. I just will tell you those 4 days is a deal breaker. Okay. So I want to say that to you. So we are in the final 4. Okay. So let's talk about what we need to do. All right. So first off, I want you to know what your finish line is. This is super important. Oh, by the way, let me go really quickly about seminar here. The dates. Diamond and Ruby are 24 through 27. If you're a Diamond Ruby seminar, you're 24, 27. Sapphire and Emerald are July 28th and 31st. Okay. Now, the first thing you do this weekend, remember, is to buy your airline ticket and put it on a firm. You must invest in yourself. Okay, so no excuses, right? Okay, so let's recap about the finish line. So what is your finish line? But by the time you get off here tonight, I want you to decide on what your finish line is. If it's Princess Court, and don't wimp out if you've already I've just finished the Princess Court. It'd be too much for me to do between now and June to do the course sales. No, it's not. Don't wimp out. You guys, if you don't ever stretch yourself, you'll not get there. The most important person you connect with is your sales director and say, okay, I have a big throw up goal, but I want to do this. I will have a big throw up goal, but I want to do this. So I want you to decide what your finish line is, and then I want you to break it down and divide and conquer. We still have March, April, May, and June to go. And get into DIQ. You know, some people say, well, Janice, my team is not strong yet. Just get in. You'll make it strong. If you have 8 breathing comatose people, get in. Go April. That's what I would do. Just go in. You know what? You will work differently when you're in DIQ than you're not in DIQ. I can guarantee you that. You'll work a whole different world when you're in DIQ. Okay? So you know that too. All right. So number 1, what is your finish line? Secondly, I want you to look at your date book right now. How many parties do you have in your book? How many beauty experiences do you have in your book? And if there's snow blindness, you need to work on that. Okay, you need to pick the days and times. And I want to challenge you all to have at least 3 live parties between now and the end of the month. 3, you guys, that's 3 with 4 to 6 people there. That's 3. You guys can do this. What if Mary Kay came down from heaven and said, I'm going out to lunch with all those who do 3 parties, 3 live parties this next week? How many of you would like have those 3 5? See, we have to have that sense in us that we want to do this, okay? That has to be that intense for all of us. You all have to have that. So what is your finish line? Divide and conquer. Work with your director on that. Book those 3 parties. Make sure that you are looking ahead next Wednesday. What is your list? You know, having 10 people on Clinical Solutions, 8 people buying Clinical Solutions can give you $1,000 week. You will get what you need to do for that, okay? So you have to look ahead. Do not be lazy. We do not have time for laziness right now. You guys really, you need to focus. March, April, May, and June. You have got to be laser focused on everything that you do, okay? Some of you need to put a sign on your door or someplace in your house that says, is what I'm currently doing right now helping me get to the finish line? And if it's not, drop the laundry and run, okay? Because I know how distractions can happen. They happen super easy in your household because everybody wants you. If you have kids or kids and a husband, we'll just combine them all together. That happens, okay? So, but you need to be laser focused. March, and this, what you're going to need to do, March, April, May, and June. Know your numbers. Contact your director in the next 48 hours. So what is your finish line? Booking those 3 parties. Connect with your director, having people on next week. All those are a must. And get your airline ticket. You know, some people say, well, I already have my time off this year and I can't get the time off. Yes, you can. If there was a death in your family and you had to go to a funeral, you can get the time off. You can. You know what? Everybody, I have news for you. We are not indispensable. You're somebody could take your job like that tomorrow. Okay. So you know the dates now. You schedule all your dental appointments for that week. Go for it. Okay. But know all your wins and what you need to do to cross the finish line. Buy your airline ticket. You all got this. I know you do. You all got this. Are we good? I want you guys to have an amazing ending this month in March, but I also want you to put your head down. So the finish line is there. So the question I want you to get up every single morning said, am I on track to get my finish line? What's my finish line? It's your star. It's your airline ticket. It's your 3 parties. It's next Wednesday. All of these things. And you guys, I know sometimes we get tired and we get lazy, but we don't have time for laziness and tired right now. If you really want to make a difference for your family's financial future, you need to do that. Yeah, get in a red jacket. That's another thing too. I'm excited to see you guys. For those of you who are going to be around, I'm going to stop this recording right